All right. It looks like let me just make this bigger. This was the January downtrend line. On ES, it was a clean bounce. On SPY, it wasn't. It looked like we went below it or whatever. And also this was the bottom of the megaphone pattern that formed from last week. We bounced here. It was a choppy Friday. But had you taken this swing instead of using the day of expiration, you took this for Monday, you'd be in a good position right now. This is the bottom of that bull flag, and this is a trend line from October's lows. So let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Megaphone pattern, January 22 downtrend line, and this is one of the trend lines from the October lows. I don't feel like zooming back because it's just going to be a bulbous mess. I'm a little surprised that it rose that high. It looks like we just started Sunday evening. When did Sunday start? Yeah, it should be here. And I don't know what happened at 8:30 that gave us this push, but here it is. So we're now back at the top of the bull flag. Let's read Adam Mancini's tweet. Sorry, it takes me a while to get it pulled up because Twitter, I can't stand Twitter. All right, on Friday, I was looking for a dip to 3945, 3947, then bounced to 4,000, and then 4,020. 3947 backtest the widely watched downtrend line from January 2022. Bounce underway now. Plan today as long as above 3985. 3985. So this is the major one here. I guess this was resistance on Friday evening. As long as above 3985, 4013, which we just hit. I mean, he tweeted this like an hour ago. 4013, 402225 up next. Oh my god, here we go. So 4022 is up next here. If he is to sell again. Wait. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay. As long as about 3985, 4013, 402225 is up next. If ES to sell again, must be there. 3970, 3958 are under 3985. Okay, so I guess he's saying if this is going to reject, it's going to reject at 4022, more than likely. And then if it does, and we don't get our bounce at 3985, then our next level down is 3970. 3970. See, I'm confused. Why 3970 now? Is that because we made this 30-minute supply here, I guess? I don't know. 3970 and then 3958. 3958 right here. I'm just gonna leave it at 3957 because I see a clean 30-minute demand here. All right, now the hard part is trying to translate this. Oh my god, I don't understand. It's so annoying. It just decides to take SPY off of my recents when it's the one thing I look at always. So I don't like this program. I really don't. Okay. So on SPY, we dipped slightly below the January 22 trend line. This heavy order interest, I think I explained last week, is just an area where there's a lot of people who have SPY. They bought SPY around this area. At least that's according to one video I saw. So I have, as usual, as soon as I wake up, I have a bunch of things I need to do already. So we got our bounce here. This was a pretty clean looking 30 minute demand. So I'm gonna try and line this up. Let's get rid of this one. This is one of our levels. I think this is equivalent to 3974, was it? Or 3985. No. Yes. No. Where the hell was 3970? 3970. Yes. Is confluent to here. So this is equivalent to 3970. 3985 is confluent to up here. So this was formed here, but I'm going to go ahead and adjust this and move it up here. And 4013 is right about here. Let's use this one. No, let's just go ahead and use this one. It's currently forming a 30-minute supply here for now. Although this is gonna 9 more minutes and this will close. Interesting how it's barely moving. Anyways, the next target is 4022, which is up here. It looks like it'll be equivalent to where the bull flag is I have on SPY. And the last ditch support, it was 3985, right? 3985, and where was that again? I think I figured out that that was going to be like here, actually. Yeah, 3985 is here. Damn it. No. I'm not quite sure, because this is overnight, this is Sunday. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, dude. So it's here. Alright, so let's move this up. This is gonna be here. Alright. This is equivalent to that October low here. I still wonder if I should adjust this bull flag down. Whatever. It's exactly where it was before. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. All right, I gotta get back to it. It's just piling up now. The bell just rung. I want to jump in really quick to mention the plan, and I don't have one. I don't really have one. Friday would have been a perfect trade if I had taken it at the megaphone, but you know, from the point of view on SPY, it fell below the January 22 trend. It fell below the trend line from January 22, and it fell below the megaphone lower pattern. SPY, it didn't look good to take that long, but on ES, it was perfect. Everything lined up perfectly. We are now, oh, I didn't even show this. Hold on. Let's see if I, okay. My God. I'm trying to drag Thinkorswim second screen from my second screen here. It won't let me do it. It's like it's hitting a brick wall and it shrunk itself. Just absolutely annoying. I don't know how much of this I can blame on Thinkorswim or just computers in general. I don't like either. I'm not a computer person at all. I don't like computers. They're annoying. Alright, so let's see if we can increase the size of this and look at this in a bigger time frame. Okay, so this has been resistance before. It served briefly as support. It broke below here and created a new level here that I started. So it is possible that we can reject here. I think though, since we're now at 4013 on ES, if Adam Mancini is right and we can make it to 4022, that may be equivalent to where this line would be if it can push down a little bit more. So if there's a rejection, it'll probably be here. So I guess what I should do maybe is just wait and look to see if there's a rejection at 4022 and see if we fall back below the lower bull flag. Again, maximize bull flag channel, megaphone. I don't think we're gonna make it to the top of the megaphone. That's, Jesus Christ, that's way up here. That's like 4055. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens if we can get up there. If I can, maybe I can put an alert so I get to know, because I might not be able to pay attention if it gets above 4020. Yes, I actually want to know if it's above. Okay. But although for now it looks like we are having a rejection here, but we could just reject and come back down to 3985 and then bounce. I thought I moved this. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. Let's see where we go from there. Really quick, I find this interesting. I suppose I can move this. You know what? No, I'm leaving it on a 15. I'm trying to get used to looking at 15 candles. We've clearly formed a supply here, and we dropped after the bell for the first 13 minutes, or it looks like, you know what? Let's just do it. Drop and then rise. From a 15-minute candle, it looks like we bounced at this trend line. This is the October low trend line. What I find interesting though is that on the VIX, I should have just brought the other screen over instead of doing all this. This fell pretty hard. This candle started at 9:30. We broke through this, but we didn't quite make it. We didn't quite make it back down here, which is my target. So I put an alert when I wasn't recording below. I put an alert on ES should we get close to support at 3985. And again, you already saw I put the alert if we get close to 4022. So yeah, I guess it's just a waiting game. Right now I have 395 put plugged in. I don't know. To me, it's 50-50 risky to take a trade right now with this put because we could just chop sideways for a while and slowly grind up on ES to 4022. Or after this 30-minute supply has been formed, we could just continue dropping down. It is possible. I mean, the confluences for taking this short is as follows. 4013 was the next target. We've arrived and rejected. 4013 is confluent to the bottom of the bull flag. 4013 is confluent to the rising trend line that for ES, this is up here. although for SPY it's down here. I would like there to be the fourth confluence is that we formed a very clean 30-minute demand, but it's pre-market, so it's questionable how reliable it is. And yeah, so I don't know. This put might end up paying dividends, but it might be too early to go short right now. I think I have to wait a little bit, and I have more work to do, so um, I'll try and finish everything up and see where we stand. Frustratingly, I'm so busy, I wasn't really paying attention and did not notice that we formed a beautiful, clean 15-minute demand just above the October low support trend line. And wait, had I chosen a call as a result of that, although this didn't really follow through with my pattern because I would like to see a retest, but that didn't happen. It just started rallying. So if I chose, let's say the 401, I wouldn't be able to afford it. Let's go back out to, let's try the 402. Yeah, I can squeeze in here. So if I had gotten in here at this bounce, the thing that sucks about the strategy is you can't really catch the bottoms. You wait for it to form. And, if I had gotten in somewhere here, let's say at the break of VWAP, let's say I got in here at 952, I would just have enough to get in. I would have to get in by here. So I would have to actually anticipate and jump in. But reality is, even if I got in at the very bottom at, let's say, 30 bucks, I've got a whopping $15 of profit here. If this pushes, it's already past 4013 on ES. If this pushes to 4022, then yes, this would be a good trade. This will be worth, it's probably going to go up to about 60, maybe $70 at that point. So that would be a good 100% profit right there. But as of right now, there's nothing I can really do. Nothing's really formed up the way I would like it. So I'm just going to have to stand by and watch. And maybe stick with that plan. Maybe we'll get a hard rejection at 4022. We did break below that spot on VIX. Let's go back to our 15. And let's go to 515 here. So we did break below here. It just pushed right through. So this may be a spot where we turn around and break down, but maybe not, because we have not yet made it to 4022 yet. So I was wrong. I thought we would get here. I thought our arrival here on VIX would be confluent to 4022 on ES. It is not. So perhaps we'll go down to even here. I'll have to see. But I had put my alert there, so let's move my alert to... You know what, let's just rely on the alert for 4022 on ES, which is still active. Alright. Oh, my head is pounding. Let's go back to SPY and get back to work. Okay, we did make it to 4022, and it looks like there's a momentary rejection there, and I was right. Let's go back to where I had, I forgot which one I used. Was it 401? No, because I couldn't afford that one. It was 402. Yeah. Okay. So it would have gone from 30 to 76 or 70. So it would have been a good long, especially if I had, a few $100s in my account to at least take 10 options long. This would have been a good play. So here we are. Now at the top of the bull flag, weekly. Well, we've broken beyond the bull flag for ES. And it looks like wait, let me switch this back to my short. I had picked 397 as the short. And we peaked at $14. Well, we dropped lowest of $14 when we got to 4022 on ES. So I guess what I need to do now is look to see if we form a clean the supply zone and then take this short. If it does go short, I'm still perplexed as to why we're rallying. No news, no nothing. Let me say a quick story. I went to go running on Saturday, did some sprint training, and and I had bought some new shoes through eBay, running shoes. They're from Puma, and they're not very comfortable, but they seem to work, but they don't have shoelaces. Instead of shoelaces, you have what there are shoelaces, but they're rubber, and there's no, ends to the shoelace where you can pull and tie it. Where the shoelace ends would normally appear, there's nothing. Just this loop, sort of like this infinite loop through the holes, and the only way to tighten it is to pull on those loops. And then the last one, the one that's closest to your ankle, you pull that one out, and then hope that it stays tug and tight. But it always feels a little bit loose around the heel. So yeah, anyways, I guess I can't complain for $29. So I went to Whole Foods to go shopping and saw the following. The oatmeal that I used to get, I still get, the oatmeal that I used to get at $5, a little bit below $6 about a year ago, it went up to about $7.99. Now it's gone up again to like $8.79 or $8.50. It's like somewhere between $8 and $9. So it's gone up in price again. Butter, which used to be like $2 for 2 sticks of butter, the butter I get is now almost $5. Milk, the milk I used to get, which was like around $2, $3, is now $6. um, and people keep talking about how gas has gotten cheaper. Gas seems to be around the same price it's been for months, and it's not cheap. Um, so I have no idea. I really don't. I'm confused. And if I recall, March is supposed to be a bearish month. You know what? Let's see if I can pull the seasonality. ES season. Oh, wow, I'm getting really annoyed here. Chart. Okay. Wow. Okay. S&P. Okay. Never mind. I have a chart in my trading folder. Um, it's a seasonality chart of SPY. I know it's here it is. Why do I call it A1? Okay, let's rename this. Just take the A1 off. I don't know why that's there. All right, and let's drag the picture over. And I don't know why it looks like this. Okay, here we go. No, 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 no. My God. Oh, okay. I despise computers so much. Let's try this again. All right. You know what? Yeah, so I was wrong. I think March and April are generally bullish, and we're approaching March, but usually we have a very bearish portion the last half of February. But I guess since we're in a bear market, I can't rely on this thing to reliably behave the way it normally would. So, yo no sé. Anyways, so um, I don't see any demand forming. This thing's not rejecting. It's actually pushing further into 4022 territory. At the rate we're going, we may even see the top of the megaphone again. But I gotta say, if you took this swing um, from, let's say, 400, let's say on Friday afternoon when we dipped, you decided to take, you know what I don't understand? Hold on, hold on, hold on. This makes no sense. Oh my God, okay. If on Friday we rallied into the end of the day, well, I guess, you know, this, Options, man. Options are so annoying. I'm gonna zoom in on Friday on a 15-minute chart, and we're gonna zoom in here on a 15-minute chart. Although it's gonna look weird because it's relative from the other charts. I wish there was a way I can separate it, but I can't. Let's try maybe a 5-minute. We'll do a 5-minute. Okay. On Friday, we dipped at our low at 10:30. 10:30 is like here, right? So we're around $47 for the option. And this is today's expiration. This is Monday's expiration at 400. Okay? We close if all right, let's put this on SPY. Let's zoom in on Friday. We close, you know what? Let's here. So we dip down to here, and this dip, this huge dip and like hammer candle, dip this as low as 30 something dollars. So here's the irony with my little Pizza Hut money here. If I had gotten in here on a swing, this would be over $100 profit right now. Well, not right now. Actually, you know, uh, what is this? 5 minutes? Yeah, a few minutes, 10, 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Speaking of which, are we forming a supply? Sometimes I like looking at ES better because the movement looks cleaner. I have it on. God, sometimes I forget that I don't have it on. All right, so if this is going to reject, we need to see a supply forming here. I wish there was some way I can have both. But, oh, actually it looks cleaner on SPY. All right, let's go back to our option at 397 put. The thing that's interesting too is if there's going to be a gap fill, if we closed, the market closed around here, right? I like using this color for closing. So market closed at 396. We're already up at 400. If there's going to be any type of a gap fill that Trade Brigade likes to mention, you know, we haven't even scratched the surface. Well, I mean, he did send a message on Discord that we had a partial gap fill. I mean, if the gap is here, if we closed here and we opened here and we just dropped not even a dollar, maybe barely a dollar, I don't know if I can really call that a partial gap fill. So partial gap fill would be like maybe I would say halfway. I would rather, this would be better to be called a fractional gap fill. Anyways, so let's see how far we're into this 15-minute candle. About 8 minutes in. So this is the thing. I may have to enter now. This is my concern because if by the time this candle forms, there's a possibility that I won't be able to enter. Then again, I could simply just choose a further strike, a further out strike on the put. But because I'm using today's expiration, I don't want to go too far out on the strike. We're currently at 400 and 397 is about 3 points out. I think 397 is pretty as far out as I would like to go if I was going to go. I don't like going more than maybe 2 strikes out. So I can't afford to do 398. Oh, actually, I can. Just barely. Just barely. I gotta take this call. Okay, I thought that call was for business, but it actually was for me. Here we go. We closed our 15-minute candle here. I would rather if it had been more solid and then retested this top of the bull flag. But here we are right now. It's make or break, kinda, sort of. I could get in now and see where this goes. I have just enough money to get in, so we're gonna put it at 32. See if we pull back a little bit. I don't think we will. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. In fact, I might even change it. No, I'll keep it at 32. And it looks like we are forming this candle that just started is now a 30-minute candle that may be confluent. Let's go to 30 on SPY and see what it looks like. Hopefully I remember to change it back. That I probably should have chosen a. So now I'm gonna choose a really strict put. I mean put stop loss, and hopefully this doesn't fill it. So 4022 4022 was the next spot. And like Adam Mancini said, if we're going to drop, it has to be there. And we have a little spike down here. So what I'd like to see is a 30-minute clean supply form here. Hopefully this happens, and then we drop. We have a somewhat not so clean 15-minute now, but it looks better on SPY. But yeah, and I need this to go down, so this isn't looking good. But if it goes against me and I lose more money today, what can I do? I followed my plan. I waited for confirmation. So yeah, again, what I would prefer, but you know, the question is how picky do you want to be in your picking your trades? But what I would prefer is for this to have been a stronger looking red 15-minute, then look for a retest, but not all the way up here, but close to the this weekly or the bottom of the bull flag, close to it, and then a rejection back down. But instead, it looks like this is just a pause before a further rally. But it's still early to say. We just started a new 15-minute candle, new 30-minute. So all I can do is just wait and see. Is it possible my stop loss is too strict? Maybe. But I don't want to lose any more money. And if I had put a 50-minute line, it would be here, so I'm above that line. So chances are, I'm going to close the recording. Chances are when I come back, it's going to be me saying, well, looks like it's another loss today. Price moved against me, stop loss was hit. And then as I'm saying that, it's going to start moving back in my direction. So what can one do but hope? Oh, I failed the other part of my target. If this does go my way, my target is going to be the demand that we formed on the 15-minute earlier. I estimate if we get down there, this should be worth maybe $80. Oh no, maybe $50, $60 if I'm lucky, if it can push down there, but we'll have to wait and see. Shockingly, this is going to plan. We had a big spike down, but it looks like it's being picked up. So unfortunately, let me change my stop loss and put my sell. I'm in at 32. Let's try and sell maybe 53. You know what? If I had that sell, it would have gotten filled. I wish there's a way that I can put both a stop loss and a sell limit, and whichever gets filled first, but I don't know how to do that. Wow. Wow. Plan was made, plan was followed. I probably sold too early, but here's my thinking. I only had 30 bucks in my account and I traded that. But imagine if I had 1,000, 10,000 in my account and I can do instead of $30, $300. I would have just made over 200 bucks right now. Oh man, filing these are going to be so challenging because I have to pay for each one. Anyways, all right, so that's it. Obviously I have no more money to trade the rest of the day. This is nice. Plan was made, plan was followed, things followed through. It's a rare occurrence that feels good. It feels good. It's one of those days where I don't hate trading. I actually love it. Um, I'm curious how much further this would have gone. Look at that. I could have sold at 63 instead of 53. So, sorry, kicked in my headphones. So I could have been less conservative. I could have put my sell limit a little bit further down. I made an extra $10. I could have made 100% on my investment, is what I'm saying. But I think this is good enough. Another way of putting it, if let's say I was super rich and I tried this trade and I did $3,000, 100 options, I could have sold 75 of the options at 50 and then put the rest to sell, maybe about the rest of the 75, and then put the next 15 to sell here, and then hold on to a couple or a few, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm scaling out, but this little move here was what I was anticipating, and it worked out beautifully. We currently have a 30-minute supply that won't close for a good 20 minutes, but the 50 minutes closed here, so we have that. And again, we bounced here this morning, and we're bouncing here again. This is a trend line I have from October low, just to confirm, maximize. Let's go to a daily. See, this is the October low. So let's switch this back to a 15. All right, I should just close the program and just walk away and call it a day, but I want to keep watching it and keep updating on the video, so we can see if we can predict what's going to happen from here. I mean, this, you know what? I should have drawn a demand. I put an alert in case I wasn't watching. You know what? What's the point? It's already broken through the demand, so this is going even lower. I wish I had enough money to get just 2 options and to sell one where I sold my one option and to hold on to the other one just to see how low this might go. Maybe this might actually do the gap fill, because remember, this is where we closed on, is it? No, this is something different. You know what? Let me get rid of this. Wow, our close from Friday is way down here. So I'm still confused about how gap fills work when you take Sunday into account, but the volume on Sunday evening has to be so low it really shouldn't matter. But it's possible this may fall even further, meaning that if I had held on to my original position, instead of making $20, I could have made, I don't know, $50, $60, $70, but whatever. Today's green. I'm happy for that. Oh, yes, I have to go back to work. All right. Quick update. As far as where I could have sold if I had another option, if I was able to get into more than one option, the next place would have been 3985, which was the next support for Adam Mancini. I don't know if we'll make it all the way down there. We just broke below 4,000, which is a strong magnetic level. So I probably would have sold the rest at 4,000. Let's see, what is 4,000 equivalent to? It's probably 398. Yeah, and we're already at 398. So this would have been a good spot somewhere around here to sell any further options. But unfortunately, had I held and been patient, I could have made an additional $20, maybe $30 on my trade. But I don't want to be too hard on myself and be too picky, but I need to consistently critique my trades and how I can improve, how I can become a better trader. So, but if had I created, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and put it, even though it's no longer relevant. Had I kept the had I sold at or just below this demand that had formed, I would have made an additional $20. Or was it $10? Probably $10 on the trade. Or another way of putting it, if I had gone in with 100 options, 10 options, then that would be an additional $100. So, all right. Not so quick update because I wanted to point this out So remember Adam Mancini said 3985 was the next support for ES, and like the prophetic clockwork genius that he is, we came just shy of 3985 after this sell-off. I wouldn't doubt that this is going to be forming a 15-minute demand, and this is going to rise from here. I have no more money in my account, so I can't take any kind of trades north of here. Or I don't know why I said that. Um, but suffice it to say, had I held on to my original option that I got in at 30 and waited till Adam Mancini's level of close to 3985, I could have made uh, easily $70 today. So, ironically, almost doubling my account from this morning. Not almost, more than doubling my account from this morning. And had if you didn't use MK strategy and you just used Adam Mancini strategy and you decided once you saw this rejection at 4022 to take this short, and although really it doesn't really matter either way, you wouldn't get in at 25. You wouldn't be able to call the bottom there. So I think I got in at, what was it, 32, 33, 32. I mean, that's pretty close to the bottom here. So 32, and if you sold at, let's say, 102 or something like that, you didn't want to wait till it gets right to 3985. You wanted to try and be somewhat conservative. Excuse me, and sell before. There you go. You would have made 700 plus bucks on $300 investment. So there we are. So if bulls fail to bounce here, if I remember, after 3985, the next spot is 3970, I think, somewhere down yonder. So yeah, 3970. So this title is for something from way before. So never mind that. And I don't know. Maybe 3976 might still be a spot, but Adam Mancini is usually right. So the bulls did manage to get this bounce before we even got 3985. So maybe this will be the bounce point for now. I don't care either way. I mean, I made my money. I can't trade anymore for the day, so I'm just updating, just to get that experience of trying to figure out what's going to happen with price action. So that's the not so short update. Oh man, all morning I've had my um, Bluetooth headsets on, and I've been enjoying just listening to some Hans Zimmer soundtracks and not listening to the annoying neighbors. But I have it off now, and I'm getting to hear all of them. And it's funny, my apartment is pretty much one apartment away from being at the end of the hallway from this entire building, and this building takes up an entire block. And somehow there's always someone outside my doorway in the hallway making noise, either one of the neighbors or someone else. Anyways, quick update. This is pretty interesting. Remember, this was my, not this one. This was, I don't know what this was supposed to be, but this was the support that formed this morning. Let me just edit this and make it, you know what, I should make 15s just a 1, just, yeah. This must have been a 30 from before. Anyways, obviously I sold early, really early. I sold like around here, when in fact this thing went twice the distance down to here. And we've already established from our last video that this was very close to 3985 target that Adam Mancini had given. I wouldn't call it a rally after that. We've just sort of been chopping back and forth, but look where we ended up sort of rejecting. And look, this is the, I showed you before, this is the trend line from October lows. And here we are forming a new, and I bet you that's also on a 30. Let's see. Yep. Now we formed a new, I'm just going to adjust this. We formed a new 30-minute demand, supply, sorry. That's right, this is the color. So So this would be a nice spot to take this short, and I'm almost wondering about adjusting this. And look how low. This is the same put I used this morning. I haven't changed it. We got as low as $17. So if perchance I had more money in my account, I could have tried to take this one short. Let me put this back to a 15. 15. Oh look, also, this is a rejection off of VWAP. Let's see if we see that also in the 15. Yep. So we have a rejection from VWAP, confluence 1. We have a rejection from our October trend line, confluence 2. We have a psychological level of, no, I'm not going to bring that up because that's way up here. But we have our 15 and 30-minute supply zone formed. And what was previous support is now acting as resistance. This would have been a good spot to take this short. One might have thought to take this short here. I mean, you could for a scalp, but it looks like we bounced off of this SMA, which has been acting as support, looks like part of the day. I'm always so tired. Kind of tired of being tired. But yeah, I don't know if this is gonna, if this breaks a new low of day, if this gets any lower, then chances are we may end up seeing Adam Mancini's next zone of 3970. Or was it 3976? I don't remember. But it's going to drop. 3985 might hold again, but it might not. So, just a quick update. Alright, one more update, probably the last one before I send this video off. This would have been another great play. Like I said before, we had four, I think it was 4 confluences. We had the rejection at previous support. We had the rejection at VWAP. We have a rejection at the October lows. And this looks like a rejection of, no, it got a few dollars above 4,000. But the fourth confluence would be that we made a clean 30-minute supply, 50-minute supply, and it just dropped. And I said earlier that if we get below previous lows, we might sell off and reach our target at 3970, which is about $10 on ES away, 10 points away from where we are now. So this would have been a good trade here. Yeah. And this is the 398 strike, so we're well within the money. So this would have been another great trade. Mind you, this dipped as low as $17. So if you decided to take this short shortly after the start of this candle started at 215. Let's zoom in. Let's say you wanted to wait. You know what? Let's play it extra safe. Let's say you wanted to wait until this candle. And I understand there may be some concerns that this is a support level, but it seemed to act as that now. But you know, I guess it's the risk you have to take if you want it to be very conservative. Play it really, really safe and jump in here at the start of this candle, which is 230. So let's look at 230, which is right about here. So let's say you got in and you wanted to get in at 35. I don't think it'll be too difficult getting at 35 in here. So you get in at 35 and you hold it. And if this continues to push down a little bit further, you can get $100 off of that trade. But I don't think this is going to push down much further than that. But selling it at 100 or 105 would have been a good 70-point win on one option. $700 on 10, 7,000 on 100. So, man, I am so exhausted. And you know what the sad thing is? I went to bed last night at 11:45. I didn't stay up watching Highlander on YouTube, which I sometimes do. Love that show, Highlander. I watched that when I was young, because there can be only one. And went straight to bed and did everything I was supposed to do, and still woke up exhausted. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I do everything right. I eat healthy, I work out, but I just cannot get a good night's rest. Oh man, speaking of YouTube, I wonder if this happens to anyone else, because nobody's watching this, so nobody's going to answer this question for me. When you go to your recommended video section, right, list videos that they think you would like, I wonder if anyone else gets the same thing. I always get at least a half a dozen to a dozen videos about Minecraft. Never played Minecraft, never looked up Minecraft, have zero interest in watching Minecraft in any way. Then there's at least a dozen to half a dozen videos of rap music. I don't dislike rap music. I've listened to it. I have playlists of rap music, but I don't. You would think if someone goes to my recommended, you would think I watch rap music every day on YouTube the way they keep recommending it. And I listen to more than just rap. I like classical, rock, techno. Somehow those never come up as a suggestion. It's always Minecraft, rap music, and then videos about people and their love lives that I've never even heard of or seen. And always at least a dozen to half a dozen videos of sports I don't watch. Don't watch sports. I just don't. I don't watch football, baseball, NBA, soccer, whatever. But it doesn't matter. YouTube insists on showing me videos about the final results of some game between some teams I never heard of. Whatever. I just don't get it. Anyways, I think I might just go ahead and make this my last video and just submit this. Um, Adam Mancini did send a tweet though. I want to post this tweet because again, I got to give the biggest shout outs to MK and Adam Mancini, and I did add their links, but um, want notifications from us? No. Uh, okay. After today's morning's rally to 402225 rally, it's been hours of chop for ES. I don't know if I really would call this chop. I mean, we had our it's to me this we had a little mini rally this morning that you could have made some money off of if you took this demand. We had our sell off, which was a pretty good one. We chopped a little bit until we slowly grinded back up to VWAP and then rejected off of the rally point. But you know what? He's probably looking at whenever he started trading. It's probably like here. I'm sorry. Anyways, 3985 was sell target, and we've been bouncing here most of the afternoon. Decision spot. ES will need to push here within 15 minutes, ideally. And he sent this 24 minutes ago. So that would be what? Around 3:20 he sent this. So right about here. Yeah. So anyways, decision spot. ES will need to push here within 15 minutes. Ideally, opens 4013, 402225. Fail here, and it's 3972, 3958. Well, I mean, it's 15 minutes left. I guess this might happen overnight, but in any case, that's it for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this, and hopefully I can, for once tomorrow, it has happened in a long time, I can get 2 wins in a row. We'll see if it happens.